Well, hello and welcome to Hamilton Homestead. This is Adrienne. It's Saturday and my husband is attending an old-timers breakfast at the fire station. So I'm going to tackle a few projects that I really need to get done. And I thought you might like to see what a typical day looks like for me. So let's get going. First up, I have 9 pounds of mushrooms to prepare for the freezer. This is one of the components that I commonly use in my holiday cooking, and I like to have it ready to go and in my freezer well before the holidays. Why, you ask? Well, because I shop for them once. I wash, cut, and cook them in one massive batch. I have one cleanup session, and then I take a few minutes to package and freeze them. It really saves me a lot of time. Now, here's the thing about mushrooms. They're low in calorie and chock full of nutrition, vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, but they're also a great source for umami flavoring. A few years ago, I ordered umami powder from Amazon, and this is a picture of the ingredient list on the package. Now, besides the fact that the marketing company apparently had a great sense of humor, or maybe a poor sense of spacing, or maybe they were lacking in the English language skills, I don't know, but the label says it contains magic Shiitake. Of course, they intended it to read Magic Shiitake Mushroom Seasoning. Pretty funny. Anyway, mushrooms are a great source of umami flavoring, and they're good for you. So, I'm going to cook these up, reducing the liquid from the mushrooms to keep and concentrate the umami flavoring, and add a few other ingredients for additional umami flavoring. Now, I am saving a lot of time preparing this very large batch of mushrooms, but it does take a while to cook off all the liquid, so I'll be doing a little multitasking. But this batch of mushrooms will last me until next year. Now, could I have used 2 pans to cook the mushrooms in half the time? Yes, I could have, but then you'd miss out on the suspense of whether or not everything is going to fit in my electric skillet. And that's no fun at all. Okay, there's quite a bit of liquid to cook off right now, so I'm going to take a few minutes to finish up these dried eucalyptus leaves. Now, I'll use my Ninja Bullet to do kind of like a rough grind on the leaves, and then I'll cover the leaves in coconut oil and let them steep for a few weeks. And I'll use this oil to make a room freshening spray. To the mushrooms. Did you think I'd get all 9 pounds in my electric skillet? I wasn't entirely sure myself, but yes, they all fit and there is room for the remaining ingredients. Speaking of which, I will put a list of the ingredients I used in the video description box. This looks amazing, and it tastes amazing. It does need to cool a bit before I package it for the freezer, so in the meantime, I'm going to redress 2 wheels of Romano cheese that I made a few months ago. Now, redressing the cheese is basically washing or wiping the wheel with a salt brine or a vinegar solution to remove any impurities, and then repackaging it. Now, one of these wheels will be packaged whole to age another month or so in our cheese cave. The other wheel I will cut and package in smaller portions, which will take a bit more time because I will also weigh, label, and price each portion. Okay, the wheels are now washed, and I will let them sit on these racks. There is a fan in the background, and I'll just let them sit on these racks and dry while I go ahead and package up the mushrooms for the freezer. packaged and ready for the cheese cave. And this Romano cheese is probably my best batch ever. The texture is wonderful. The flavor is wonderful. I'm very happy with it. And the last thing I want to accomplish today is to make some stuffing. So here we go. So I do have a video playlist called Holiday Meal Prep that shows how I deconstruct a turkey and make broth and pot pies and a few other things that you can do to make your holiday cooking just a little less hectic. So check it out when you have time. Who knows, I might do something you find helpful. And now is a really good time to thank the sponsor of today's video. But, oh wait, I don't have any sponsors yet. What I need right now is subscribers and more video watch time. But you could help me with that. So if you would subscribe or follow, it's called different things depending on what social media platform you use, but I know you know what to do. So, we content providers are always yammering about subscribers and followers and like the video and comment on the video. And yes, all of those things are very important and they're very helpful to us. And also watch time is important. If you watch our videos from start all the way to the finish, that's very helpful. And I know some of my videos aren't that great and that might not be really easy to do. But if you'd watch the videos from start all the way to the end, maybe do it 2 or 3 times on each video, that would be superior. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Bueno, señoras y señores, aquí te presente a Cucuye, Cucuye, dice Cucuye, Cucuye, caminando Cucuye, 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 caminando Cucuye, Cucuye.
The stuffing's still pretty hot, so I'm going to let that cool for a bit before I put it in the refrigerator. The dishes are done. The kitchen is closed. Tomorrow we're going to cook a turkey. Speaking of turkeys, the farm animals are fed too. They're enjoying some of the garden cleanup out there. Yeah, these turkeys are pretty fun. Yeah, it's the end of the day on the homestead. Thank you for joining me today. It's kind of fun. Look at that guy. Did you guys see that news story about the woman who was feeding a family of raccoons, and before she knew it, she had hundreds of them, and they were getting aggressive, and she was having a hard time getting out her front door and out of her car, and she had to call 911?